This is so soothing.
Welcome to Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania.
This is my favorite thing I've done this month. Oh, snap!
Honey, look this way.
Look at that!
Lovingly referred to as the Little Switzerland of America, this picturesque little town in the Pocono Mountains is well known for its historic architecture, its stellar culinary offerings, its rustic charm, and its gorgeous views.
It's also home to the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway, which is what's brought us here today.
Lehigh Gorge trains are operated by the Reading and Northern Railroad and take guests along the bank of the Lehigh River. Every seat on this train is worth the money, but if you're looking to be extra bougie, you can also do what we did and rent your own private caboose for the 70-minute ride.
I'm Tim.
I'm Katie.
And we do things like this.
Let's first talk about parking because it's an easy thing to overlook when planning your trip. The biggest public lot in town is right next to the train station at the Jim Thorpe Visitor Center. It's not free, but the rates are very reasonable. We paid roughly $8 for the max of 4 hours. Payment can be made via text or via one of these payment stations. That being said, there are a finite number of spots in this lot and they disappear very quickly as the day gets on. So you want to arrive at least an hour before your departure time to be sure you're not driving all over town looking for a place to park.
Look at this souvenir ticket. That's so cool. I'm excited. This looks great.
Most reservations can be made for the Lehigh Gorge trains online, but the private caboose has to be reserved over the phone. You also can't leave the caboose once the journey begins, so we were encouraged to grab a snack and use the bathroom before boarding.
This is our baby. Reading and Northern caboose number 92848.
There's so many viewpoints.
Look at
I
this.
did tell you that once you're in here,
We can't get off.
Right.
Yep.
you can't get off, right?
It's
Okay.
unsafe to cross over.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yep.
all safety, okay?
Yeah.
You can get out on the platform as long as I'm out there with you, and you're going to get to see something that very few people get to see, experience on a train, okay?
We went specific.
Oh,
we go.
Oh my gosh, we're moving.
Oh, we're moving.
Wow, that's
Our engineer's better
smooth.
than an Amtrak engineer on this
Oh,
train,
yeah.
believe it or not. He is.
That's.
Here we go.
Oh.
Trains depart promptly at their scheduled time and follow the river 8 miles north into Lehigh Gorge State Park. Generally, the railway operates rain or shine, though in winter weather conditions, trains might operate with 2 engines instead of 1 to compensate for ice on the rails.
It's like having a dome car to yourself.
It is like having a dome car to yourself.
Not quite the like full.
Well, if you turn your head, you can see what would be above you coming. A
Stops
private
in
rail
Port
car
Clinton. It also stops in
on a scenic
Tamaqua.
railway.
Again, that
I
is
welcome out back here.
the Route 903 bridge.
Yeah, keep going.
Yo!
You don't know how many people have lost phones.
Oh, I believe it.
Other cars up here.
I
And it's
believe
like,
it.
We told you, don't do that.
We've even on the phones, we've got the little necklaces
I see
for that
that.
same reason.
Yeah.
We've taken things up in helicopters before with the doors off and been like, there it is, turntable. Wow!
Oh, cool.
Is that still in use?
It still is in use.
Still in use?
Yep.
Wow! Got a proper punch and everything.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Now let's be clear, exclusivity doesn't mean you can do whatever you want with the caboose. There are still safety rules that need to be followed. And for our safety, as well as the safety of everyone on board, we'll be joined on our journey today by Jim, our dedicated car host.
Today we're on the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railroad with 2 great people in the caboose with us, and we've told them a little bit about our railroad this morning. Our railroad is a 7-day-a-week operation on the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railroad, and we run trains continuously on this railroad on a freight railroad basis, 24 hours a day. Normally, our passenger trains run from March through December, 7 days a week. However, this winter we've tried an experiment where we run our passenger trains January, February, and part of March, 3 days a week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The gorge has its own, I want to say, ambiance no matter what the season. There are so many scenic spots along this railroad, and people just don't understand what they're missing if they don't come and ride our railroad.
Lehigh Gorge Station.
Every word of that was true. Every single one.
Okay.
This is so worth the money. Oh, snap!
Honey, look this way.
Look at that! Wow! This is my favorite thing I've done this month.
Our railroad constructed that bridge back in 2020, and 80% of it was paid for privately by our railroad. Very few government when funds were used in it.
Unfortunately, our bad luck spotting bears has held. Went for a week to the Smoky Mountains, never saw one bear. Really hard to do. Now, for the first time in many different trips, this baby bear cub that everyone's been raving about has not been seen. And I can't help but feel it might be our fault.
We do have one more chance to see
We
it,
do have
though.
one more chance, yes. We will be coming back this way, which is going to be the best part, because then it'll be like riding in the train cab. I hear, look at it! Oh!
Oh, I hear it.
Oh!
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful! What did you do today? We saw a waterfall from our private caboose on the back of a scenic railway train. So inside our lovely caboose, which can accommodate up to 6 guests, we got 2 benches converted from beds as they were back in the day. This is a historic caboose. We have some viewpoints and vantage points on the roof of the caboose, which I will show you in just a moment. And there are 4 such seats, accessed by this handy dandy ladder. We also have this adorable little table here, and we do have a trash can on board as well. Not the worst thing to have. Ugh. Wow.
What's the view like?
Let's see. Whee! Right on the roof. Since the rails that the Lehigh Gorge trains run on are still used for freight and commuter traffic, we can only go so far before we need to reverse course and start heading back. When that happens, the front of the train becomes the back of the train, and our little red caboose becomes the front of the train. Bit of a perspective shift as we start heading back the other direction. We've also traded Jim for John, as the conductor moves back with us to survey.
Jim's still here.
I'm kidding. Yes, Jim is still here. He's hiding in the back.
Jim.
I'm still here.
He's hiding in the
Still
dark.
on the train. That's right. I didn't get thrown off, even though I don't have a ticket.
We got sick of him. We threw him off.
Oh, we are speeding up.
Feel that speed pickup. Whoa! Oh yeah! Ah, it's nice to get out and feel the wind on your hat. Oh, here it comes! Here it comes! Check this out! Woo! That was so sick!
So cool.
Much as we love being out here on the platform, our time on this historic caboose is fleeting, so we'd be remiss if we didn't step back inside and appreciate this 1966 darling for a few more minutes of the return trip.
The caboose is where the train crew actually spent their time, other than the engineer and fireman back in the day. You usually had a brakeman, a conductor, and another trainman back here. You had a desk where the conductor did all of his paperwork, right on this thing here. And up on the top, you'll see what's called the cupola, and up in there, either the conductor or the brakeman sat up there watching the front of the train to watch out for any hot boxes or things like that on wheels. There was a little kitchen in here, and back here you had beds where they would sleep and rest when they needed it. So again, that's how railroading was done way back in the day.
You've ever seen the Lone Ranger movie that Disney put together? This is what it must have felt like to ride a horse on top of the train. It might have been a little more complicated, but no! It's ending! That's the parking lot! In all seriousness, this is the experience of a lifetime, and if you've not done it and you live locally, you can't know what you're missing. The cameras do not do it justice. But we're not quite done yet, because there's still the King Cole Cafe and Souvenir car. King's Cole Cafe is open daily from 9:30 to 4:30, with offerings for both breakfast and lunch, in addition to proprietary coffee blends and locally bottled craft sodas. Sous are not the main reason this car is here. It's largely a cafe and coffee shop. But there are some sous mugs, shot glasses, the classic engineer cap, staple of my childhood, and of course, the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway there. Very quick in and out. It's mostly a cafe and beverage car. It just so happens that there are also souvenirs in there. And since we already have lunch plans, we know we didn't need to eat, so we're not eating there today. It's also very small, so we didn't want to spend too much time in there because we're taking up valuable real estate.
It's grab and go. It's not a sit down.
It's cute.
Yeah.
One way in, one way out. A couple more quick stops before we abandon the Jim Thorpe area, which is a beautiful area. So since we came all this way, we decided to do a little bit of sightseeing. What I find so interesting is that one of these 2 mansions next door to each other is a bed and breakfast. One of them is a museum. And the museum looks like a bed and breakfast, but the bed and breakfast looks like the museum. These 2 mansions right next to each other, one being the Asa Packer Mansion, the other being the Harry Packer Mansion,
national historical landmarks both, one of them more immediately relevant to our audience than the other.
If the building behind me looks familiar to you, it's probably because you've been to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, and seen the famous Haunted Mansion. Apparently, it was inspired by the Harry Packer Mansion.
The Harry Packer Mansion in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania currently serves as a bed and breakfast inn, hosting murder mystery weekends, private functions, and overnight lodging, in addition to having a little cafe inside. It does look like the Haunted Mansion. Or rather, the Haunted Mansion looks like it. All that ivy growing up on the side, the dead trees there, which might be unintentional, but adds to the ambiance. At one point, I think there was an intention behind this place to look very elegant, very upscale, very pretty. Now, understandably so, their whole brand revolves around being a Haunted Mansion thought piece. Unfortunately, we did not make bed and breakfast or murder mystery reservations at this hotel when we planned this trip. That's because we only have today. But one day, we have to come back and do this. Lunch today is gonna be at the Broadway Grille Pub. We did make a reservation in advance because it's a little bit tight in there, so I'm hoping we can get one of these seats out on the balcony, but we'll see.
In hindsight, it was a bit ambitious to think we'd be able to get balcony seating during the lunch rush on Mother's Day. But we were able to get out of the rain just before it started really picking up. So indoor seating actually worked in our favor. Suffice it to say, the food was amazing and the atmosphere was immaculate.
Well, what a wonderful day we've had here in Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. We had a great lunch at the Broadway Grille. Very heavy. We're gonna be trying not to fall asleep all the way home, but it was worth it. We also got to see the inspiration for Disney's Haunted Mansion, which was very cool. And of course, the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway. $260 for that private caboose. And we could have had up to 6 people in it. We had 2. The train ride is about 70 minutes, so 35 going, 35 coming back. And coming back, sometimes, not always, you do get the diesel or the locomotive or whatever else attached to the back of your caboose, and it pulls you back. But in our case, we were being pushed by the diesel at the front of the trains.
We had an unobstructed view the whole time.
Beautiful view, and we moved a little faster on the back way too, so it was actually very breezy, very scenic. This was an amazing, incredible experience. Jim Thorpe is a beautiful town. I see why they refer to it as North America, Switzerland. It's tucked in the mountains. It's got a lot of magnificent architecture.
It's captured my heart.
Thank you so much to Jim and John, the occupant and the conductor respectively, who took care of us today. Both knew a lot about the railway and were happy to fill us in on all the history. And for those at home who are thinking about doing this, do it.
Don't wait.
Just do it. Until next time, guys, I've been Tim.
I'm Katie.
And every day
is a new adventure.
We'll see you again soon. Bye.